And we welcome a guest tonight, Stuart Milk, with us. Stuart, welcome to It's Happening Out. Stuart, you are the nephew of Harvey Milk. I have that right?
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about Diversity Honors, what you're doing.
Well, Diversity Honors is an amazing event. It is, this is our 5th year. It's a collaboration between the Pride Center of Equality Park, the Harvey Milk Foundation, and the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. So for those of us in South Florida who know that venue, or who have flown into Fort Lauderdale or even Miami Airport lately, you may see this guitar rising above everything else. It's really quite brilliant. But they have gone really full throttle in accepting the diversity of our community here in South Florida. So we are in our 5th year. It's an amazing time, but it's also very inspiring. This year, we have local activists and local thought leaders, as we do every year that we're honoring. We also have international and national personalities. So this year we have McCain, who is one of the co-hosts of The View. But interesting about McCain, you know, when I was working on President Obama's first election campaign, and I was on the board of Equality California, we were working to stop Proposition 8, which would have banned marriage equality, and it did actually pass. But one of the first celebrity voices to come out against Prop 8 and for marriage equality was Meghan and Cindy McCain. And my friends who did the No to Hate campaign, which I know you've all seen with the tape around people's mouths, you're talking about, again, years before major Democrats came out for marriage equality. Here you had 2 Republicans standing firm, not only for marriage equality, but for full equal rights, the full litany of equal rights for LGBT protection. So it's really exciting to have someone like Meghan McCain. And what's going to make that night even more special, and I know that It's Happening Out is covering the event live. Is it live? Are you covering it live?
Yes, okay. We are, absolutely.
So you can watch it live, but we've got, I don't know if you discussed this on one of your previous shows, but we had this historic hearing 3 weeks ago on transgender service in the military and on Trump's attempt to ban that. And we had 5 real amazing heroes, officers in the military currently serving as out and proud trans individuals. And we have 2 of them, Captain Peace and Sergeant Captain Jennifer Peace and Sergeant Patricia King. And, you know, what's really amazing is that we've got on stage these 2 incredible heroes of not only the trans community in the U.S., but the trans community around the world with Meghan McCain. And what's really amazing about that combination, for those of you who don't know, one of the last bills that her father, John McCain, put forward after Trump announced his ban was a bill that would have stopped that ban cold. And John McCain was very clear as a war hero. If someone wants to serve in the military, he didn't care what gender they were born with. He cared what gender they identify with. And he said the military certainly could afford to pay for any services that those people, those individuals who wanted to serve in our military should. So it's going to be a very inspiring night. We've got great entertainment, great food, great sponsors, and I'll let your audience in on a little secret. One of our sponsors will have an amazing, incredible reveal at that event, and we've had them before. So when Levi's had their first Pride campaign, and we've been a beneficiary for 5 years of Levi's global Pride campaign, they released that collection, clothing collection, at Diversity Honors. Last year, the Stoli Harvey Milk bottle that went global, it was a limited edition bottle, was released at our event. And so we have an airline that's going to be releasing something that's going to be really phenomenal. That's more clue than I really should have been allowed to. It will hit the news tomorrow.
Stuart, I have to interrupt you in terms of the tease that you did. I want to provide an exclamation point to the tease that you did. When you say an airline is going to make a major announcement, Stuart's not exaggerating. An airline is going to make a major announcement in the embracement of diversity and Harvey Milk and the foundation. And one of the greatest ways, I won't reveal too far, but one of the greatest ways that an airline can support messaging in the world is with an airplane. You can figure out probably from that clue what this big announcement is, and Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I went too far. I'm sorry. All right, but a big announcement that Stuart's going to reveal on Saturday night.
Well,
Stuart,
and let me tell you that, so an airplane or a Navy ship, so next month, the U.S. Navy ship Harvey Milk is beginning its build in San Diego. That $2 billion vessel will travel to 32 countries where it's still illegal to be LGBT. And if an airplane was built by a global airline with Harvey on it, that would travel to countries also where it's illegal to be LGBT. So very, very important to his message of our visibility.
Exactly right. Stuart, as you know, America Watching, we have a segment honoring the World Pride event on June 30th, 2019 in New York of the Stonewall celebration. And we celebrate the road to Stonewall every week. And last month, we honored Harvey Milk as one of the gay icons of the world in our march to the road to Stonewall. Stuart is the president and the founder of the Harvey Milk Foundation. Stuart, tell us a little bit about what the Harvey Milk Foundation does.
Sure. Most of the work that we do work domestically on Harvey's legacy. So we did the Harvey Milk Day, which is an annual holiday in California that we got Arnold Schwarzenegger to sign. By the way, he vetoed it the first year. And the second year, we enlisted Maria Shriver's help. Now, if you look at when that maid had the baby, we don't know what she did to help us, but she got him over the hurdle. He signed it. But they're no longer together. But we take no blame for that. So the baby came in the midst of all that battle of signing the Harvey Milk Day bill. But we've done work. We've done work on the U.S. Navy ship Harvey Milk. We did the Harvey Milk Champion of Change medal that we gave out with President Obama at the White House. So domestically, we continue to build on the legacy. The main street in Portland is now in Portland and in Salt Lake City, Utah, is Harvey Milk Boulevard. Think about that, the home of the Mormon Church. So we're really pulling Harvey, but we do work globally. For instance, in June, I will be at the Harvey Milk Center in Verona, Italy. And you may think, wow, that's really great that it's in Verona, Italy, but Verona is a very tough place to be LGBT. It's very much like Central Europe, and it's going backwards, and they're attacking our community. So we do most of our work, the bulk of it is abroad, and we work to support struggling and emerging LGBT communities around the world. And although I'm going to be with everyone in heart and soul at major pride celebrations like San Francisco and New York, and I've been lucky enough to be Grand Marshal of some of those, but most of our folks, including myself, are going to be in places where it's still a protest march.
Stuart, I have to tell you, interesting to your observation of different kinds of events. I'm from Sarasota, Florida. And in May, not connected with Pride at all, a group of people decided that they wanted, outside of a Pride environment, to honor the legacy of Harvey Milk and created a music festival. And they have a music festival in small little Sarasota in central west coast of Florida, and have a weekend celebration event called the Harvey Milk Festival. And Sarasota is a retirement community, older money from New York and the Northeast.
Those smaller cities and smaller towns are critically and vitally important for us to get that message out of our visibility and the importance of staying visible. And we still, I know that you've talked about this on air, but we still have LGBT youth around the world in cities like San Francisco and London where we have tremendous role models, but they're still 5 times more likely to try to commit suicide. They're many times more likely to be homeless, and so we've got to keep that bar up. You know, someone once said on a recent show that it would be great when we get to the day where we don't have to wear a label, and I don't believe that's going to come, because unless we have this difficult kitchen table conversation with parents, with friends, with family around the world, and it's always an individual process of when someone makes that decision. And it's also a great conversation starter. Just ask one of your guest hosts about their coming out story, and I guarantee you the heart is going to expand. But we have to support those brave heroes that have those kitchen table conversations, and we've got to support them around the world. 2/3 of the world still live in an environment that was like when my uncle started running, where it's either illegal to be LGBT or it has complete societal non-acceptance.
If you are you have the ability to participate in the National Diversity Honors event this Saturday at the Hard Rock Casino Hotel here in Hollywood, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We encourage you. And Stuart, we thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you Saturday night, and we know the entire event is going to be a great one.
Thank you so much. Thanks. It's happening out. And as my uncle would say, come on all out Saturday night.
Thank you. Okay. Diversity Honors. Thank you very much.